Up until now, we've used state to store values that change over time. And that is still the right default. Remember, state exists for two reasons. First, to persist values across renders, and second, to update the UI when those values change. Sometimes though, you need to store a value that should persist across re-renders but has no effect on the UI. In this lesson, I want to show you such an example and introduce you to a new concept called refs. I've set up a new React project called refs demo and opened it in VS Code, but you can continue using the same project you've been working on. For our example, let's build a simple stopwatch component. So in the source folder, create a new file, stopwatch.jsx. Here, let's scaffold a basic component. Export const stopwatch is equal to an arrow function. We will return a div with the text stopwatch. Now let's think about what a stopwatch needs. A value to track elapsed time, a button to start, and a button to stop. The elapsed time affects the UI, so we will start by tracking it in seconds using state. At the top, import from React and define a state variable called time, the function setTime, and the initial value is 0. In the JSX, we'll add an h2 that renders the current time elapsed, a button to start the timer, and a button to stop the timer. So far, nothing special. Now let's wire up the start functionality using setInterval. When the user clicks start, we want to increment the time every second. So define a start function, so const start is equal to an arrow function, and call setInterval inside it. The first argument is a callback function that will be called every second. The second argument is the interval in milliseconds, so 1000. Within the callback function, we will call setTime with the previous time plus 1. So setTime, which is our state setter function, we get hold of the previous value and increment it by 1. Now attach this function to the start button. On click is equal to start. Let's save this, import it in app.jsx. So import stopwatch from /stopwatch and the component as well. Check the browser and we should see the time as 0. Click start and the time starts increasing every second. Perfect. Now we need to stop this stopwatch. Back in the component, define a stop function. So const stop is equal to an arrow function. To stop an interval, we call the clear interval function and pass the interval ID as argument. So clear interval, and the interval ID is the value returned by setInterval. First, let's capture that value. Const interval ID is equal to setInterval. But if you store this interval ID in a constant inside the start function, we can't access it in the stop function. You can see ESLint throws an error. Interval ID is not defined. Remember, const is block scoped. If we create a variable outside the start function, so let interval ID, and reassign it in the start function, we can see ESLint throwing an error again. Cannot reassign variable after render completes. Reassigning interval ID after render has completed can cause inconsistent behavior on subsequent renders. Consider using state instead. If you can recall, regular variables like let interval ID don't survive between re-renders because every render runs your component and initializes its variables from scratch. And in our stopwatch component, re-renders happen constantly because the timer updates state every second. Now we could use state to store this interval ID, but ask yourself this question. Does the UI care about the interval ID? The answer is no. The UI only cares about time. The interval ID is just an implementation detail. It exists purely so we can stop the interval later. What we need is a new place to store a value that persists across renders, can be read in event handlers, and does not need to cause a re-render when it changes. And that is exactly what refs are for. A ref is a way to store a mutable value that persists across renders and does not cause a re-render when it changes. React gives us refs through a hook called useRef. Let's fix our stopwatch using this hook. First, import useRef from React. Inside the component, create a ref. The useRef hook accepts an initial value and returns a ref object that persists for the entire lifetime of the component. For our stopwatch, the initial value is null, and we store the object returned in interval ref. This ref object has a single property called current, which holds the value of the ref. Let's update the start function to assign the interval ID to interval ref.current, and then update the stop function to clear the interval using interval ref.current. Remember, current is where the value of the ref actually exists. Finally, on click of the stop button, call the stop function. Now let's save this and check the browser. We can see time 0, click start, and the time starts increasing every second. Perfect. Click stop, and the time stops. Our stopwatch component is working as expected. Let me quickly summarize what we've learned. In React, refs are used to store values that don't affect the UI, but need to persist across renders. So state is for rendering, and refs are for remembering. We can create a ref using the useRef hook. It accepts an initial value and returns an object with a single property called current, which holds the value of the ref. We can use refs to store values like interval IDs, timeout IDs, previous values, and more. But that is not all. There is one more very important use case for refs, which we will cover next.